I'm sorry, could you please repeat the question?
When you spoke,
You're, this is Capitol Police, correct? Yeah. Not just a rogue phone company for the gay mafia from East Africa, right? I spoke with your agent yesterday about a threat to Caroline Leavitt. He took my report, said thank you for your service, didn't give me a hard time or anything.
the only reason why you think I'm giving you a hard time because I'm asking you questions that you can't answer.
Well, that's because I already gave that information to your agent yesterday, and that was good enough. Now I'm following up with another useful information. Like,
Sir, all I'm
you're
asking
giving
you
me a hard time.
is what was your conversation with the FBI agent? What threat did you report for regarding this individual? That's all I'm asking you.
All right, I reported a
And
threat.
you cannot give me an answer. You're not giving me an answer.
It's not going to matter if I give you an answer if it
Yes,
turns
it
out you're
will,
not who you
because
say
you
you
want me
are.
to pass this information on, and this will lead to a series of events that's been happening. So at least when they speak to an agent, he will understand what you're reporting.
Okay. The threat I reported yesterday, which I presume resulted in an investigation
Okay, what was the threat yesterday?
against Caroline Leavitt, and I gave him.
What's the threat today? How about that?
It's
What's
the same thread.
Today?
I'm just following up on the same thread.
Okay, the agent, whoever you spoke with, you don't even remember the agent's name. Agent is not available at the moment. I do
when I
have
first
your
called,
phone number. I have your name, Noel Smith,
I was
from
on the
Florida,
road.
and I have your phone number as 863-357-0123. I will pass on your information, sir. You have a wonderful night.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
too.
Bye-bye.
Out of business. For the past 10 years, I've been investigating international, pharmaceutical, industrial, political sabotage, foreign exchange manipulation, and fraud, etc. I don't mean to step on anybody's toes. Diplomatic immunity for pretending to represent the Nazis on the land in America since 1992, fled the country in 2016. That's a 24-year op. So the corporate argument for like we can't afford to compete with you is out. It's a lot of cocaine for a 12-year-old Washington, Rome, Jerusalem. This is how Islam does it. They work out a foolproof plan. There's no fail, and then just put a bunch of idiots in charge. No resistance. Well, I didn't find out somebody was pretending to negotiate with me since I was raped in surgery at 6 years old. And I mean before that, until after they tried to kill me in 2015 and make it look like Trump's fault, right? Because some doctor ripped off the insurance company. That's how Trump rolled. Did you rip off the insurance company for 40 G's, Uncle Don? Bring me 40 G's, Washington. So, this is global high finance, kids. It's not child's play for some local outfit. And I wouldn't have been disrespectful for with her if she was doing her job. Like, yesterday I reported a threat against the press secretary, which I observed online because qualifications. And just now I got an email notifying me that somebody replied, "Do whatever you have to, bitch," because I had mentioned the Secret Service. So there is an illegal technical exploit via Somalia, as if the whole, like the English-speaking world had to comply with this gay mafia exploitation of various dynastic nobility. So I know the difference between a real king or not. A threat against the press secretary should have gone to the Secret Service, right? I mean, either way, I've been trying to reach the Central Intelligence Agency and not just some fucking faggot, right? I guess that somebody told the sheriff he had a live one, which is fine. 40 G's ought to cover it, but no, it turned in. I wasn't born and raised here, didn't live my whole life in this fucking swamp hole. 7 years. That's the credit bureau. 10 years. That's a Republican and a Democrat. So it's neither party. Democracy. Credit bureau. It's global high finance. As far as what qualifications qualify your immunity, I carry crosses, warrants on behalf of Colombia and Jerusalem, Israel, IDF, the Mossad that killed all the Nazis that got away, canonically, for purposes of the church. My forgiveness comes from Scotland and Italy, where anybody gets off pretending to think I was a Muslim, which leads to my investigation. And what is exactly a religion, and why is Islam not one? So, due process. All currency is backed in the strength of your due process. It's not singular to the Constitution, which all authority on the land in America derived from the Bill of Rights, the founding document, okay, for purposes of who works here or not. And I had no reasonable suspicion that anyone was pretending to negotiate with me. And I have made a couple mistakes, but they're digging up stuff from like preschool and pretending it happened yesterday, which is fine. I don't know any responsible adults who should be obligated to compete with that nonsense, but I do have proof of reasonable suspicion of surveillance tampering, putting some zombie dressed like me in the seat next to me while I was sleeping on the train. So I took a picture, put him on blast before he could go anywhere. And now, pursuant to the Pope, may he rest in peace, they're, threatening Caroline Leavitt. I said shoot a child molester, not poison the Pope. FBI.gov already has the individual's name. FBI.gov. That's not my religion. We have freedom of religion, right? I mean, Capitol Police, that's Washington, D.C. You know what Geneva Convention is? Now, the last time I spoke with an FBI agent in Washington, D.C., they told me to call Capitol Police. So I cut to the chase because I was in a car looking through my contacts. Give these guys a try. You notice how she disconnected before taking the information?